we shall be scheduling so that members know that we have a scheduled meeting of this, so that we don't have this last minute calling. And today we are happy to announce that the process of signature gathering is still ongoing. We had anticipated that today we should have been done with the signatures, but incidentally, when we go through harmonizing who have signed for my colleagues, who have signed on the table, who have signed elsewhere, that's how we could not come up properly with the figures. But we are not abandoned, we are not about to drop this matter. We are moving very steady fast. We are here, but again we have devised other means so that we can get those under 10 signatures. We come with a number of under 10. So the under 10 probably may ask, that's why I never wanted to go into the specifics, but I believe such an important motion cannot be abandoned on account of only 7 signatures. Only 7 signatures. We couldn't abandon. That's why you see us insisting. We are trying all ways and means. Carrying the 170 signatures is heavy on us here seated. There is no way we can go and tell members that no, we dropped the motion because of failure to have some 7 patriotic members. That's why we shall do everything within our means to reach out to the members. We are sure we are having our members whom we are going to meet. We are sure we are having the DP block, they are organizing themselves and other members. We are sure those members who are not signed and who were not here at the other day at Parliament, we are sure they are going to sign. So that's where we are. It's a dilemma. We can't keep to ourselves. We have to put it to you so that you know where we are and what we should be doing. Number 2, on our briefing, we are having a move to the Western region. We were in Hoima and we moved to Jinja, but at Hoima, the members, those who we had gone to meet, again ran and came back to Kampala. So you can see how difficult it is. You go for them, now they run back to Kampala. But we now chose to go for those who have invited us. So tonight we are coming to Mbarara. We shall visit the area radio stations. We shall be having a talk show at Radio West. We shall continue to the area TVs. We shall continue further to in digital programs. We are there to link up with our colleagues, members of Parliament who are there. And then from there, we shall move through Toro sub-region at some other point. But then you know we have the eastern and the northern region, which need still to be canvassed. So that's where we are. From here we are hitting the road. Number 3, we are still awaiting being facilitated with the vehicle. And dear members of press, when we talked about this, we communicated to the clerk, because ordinarily the clerk should be the one to do that day-to-day business. And the clerk moved in to say that no, it's not me, it is the speaker. Then we wrote to the speaker and the clerk, and indeed the letter was received by both the Speaker's office and the clerk's office. You remember it was Monday last week. But we understand that this week, now the Speaker has communicated to the clerk, telling him handle. And we know the Speaker is very fond of that. Once she wants to dodge, even for those traveling abroad, if the Speaker wants to give you, for those who have been applying, for those who have gone through her hands, she tells the clerk, please process, then you know you are in the thing. Please handle, then you know she's denying. Because once you come now to the clerk says, the Speaker is not being clear. Handle means what? And yet, as we move, we find people holding other functions, housewarming, fundraisings, and we find parliamentary buses. Can you imagine? So we do hope that the Speaker, like last week in Hoima, when we went and met the MPs, 4 buses on a purely non-parliamentary activity. 4 buses were there on purely non-parliamentary activity. And for us, we are under our rules of procedure. We are enjoined by the rules of procedure. Having 100 signatures of members is too heavy. Now for us, we have 170 signatures. That can't be nonsense. That is serious matter. Save for the technicality that you need 177. But if the Speaker was liberal, now she says there is no business in Parliament, she would have allowed us to table the motion, even if we are 170 as we are. The 77 is a mere technicality. The 177 is a mere technicality. But if the Speaker was liberal in her thinking, even getting 50 signatures would be enough to cause the matter to be debated. Even getting 70 signatures would be enough. Even 100 would be enough. But we have, amidst the problems, amidst the phone calls, amidst the foreign trips, amidst the per diem, members, we want to thank those members who have stood their ground and have appended their signatures. Dear members of the press, we are in a very difficult situation in the country as Parliament. A very difficult situation. And you know it. Never in the history of the country has Parliament, has the President ever thrown the budget back to Parliament. Very unfortunate. But here we are. We are in the storm surrounding, and that's why we wonder, how could a right-thinking member of Parliament avoid discussing and debating corruption at Parliament when all the facts are showing that things are not good here? So we are entreating the Speaker and the clerk, let them not play games. You are the Speaker of Parliament. This is a Parliament of Uganda, not for any person. That's why, whether you like it or not, you have to provide for the leader of opposition with the vehicles and other means of transport and facilitation. So what is the problem for not providing for members who want to cause the debate on this? We did not want to use harsh words, but we are wondering about the thinking. We've been patient. But you facilitate other activities, but not a parliamentary activity. This is unacceptable. And I wanted to mention on a few things. One, we are members seeking signatures to have the matter of corruption by the 3-4 commissioners debated. But we are increasingly watching the high-handedness the Uganda police is exhibiting when matters regarding Parliament arise. Why should you go ahead and make sure you arrest and you detain people in Luzira because they protested.
Despite the hurdles that we are facing, we are determined to conclude, to stop us from proceeding. Even if we are denied a vehicle, we have our own personal vehicles. We shall use these personal vehicles to reach out to members of parliament who are in their constituencies. Secondly, it is a duty of every citizen under Article 17 of the Constitution to combat corruption and misuse of public property and funds. There have been allegations about corruption in this parliament, and we cannot, try to block everybody who is trying to speak out about corruption in this parliament. His Excellency the President has spoken. How comes he's not being arrested? Why are people arresting innocent citizens who are exercising their constitutional right? Because demonstrating peacefully and freedom of speech are a constitutional right, clearly enshrined in our constitution. So I want to call upon the law enforcement agencies. Let us not be high-handed. We are supposed to be guided by the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Article 17, to be specific. Go and read. And if I can read for you specifically, 17, duties of a citizen to combat corruption and misuse or wastage of public property. And if there have been allegations about corruption and citizens are expressing their displeasure about what is going on in parliament, which is a constitutional right, why would you arrest such a person? I want to call upon Ugandans, please rise up. The Inspectorate of Government, it is your responsibility. You are paid a salary to actually investigate and publish your reports. We are waiting for the IGG's office to come and investigate this parliament. My call is on the citizens. Please rise up. It is also your constitutional mandate to speak up. You are the ones who elected members of parliament. Please ask your members of parliament why they are not supporting this motion, where we simply want to have an open discussion about what goes on in parliament. Why? Are they accomplices? Please watch out. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, should I start in English or Luganda? You see, I want first to thank the fourth arm. You've helped us. And indeed, you are doing a good job. This is the first time in the Parliament of Uganda I'm seeing members of the opposition fearing to sign a legitimate motion. This is the first time in our history. This motion is bipartisan. And we come in as opposition and the NRM members and any member of parliament, including independents. But history is going to bear me out that this is the first time we are seeing opposition, a full political party, Democratic Party, coming every day. We are organizing ourselves and all that. And our work is going to be on them after here, because this table will remain here until the motion goes into the House. One thing we should note, Mr. Fourth Arm, we have every document backing our motion. Whether you tried to doctor it, we have it. Secondly, we are enjoying scenes here at Parliament. Every week there is a new unfolding about corruption in Parliament. Every week. On Tuesday, we got a new unfolding. A letter from General Museveni saying Parliament, members of Parliament are corrupt. It was black and white. Now here I'm getting another story, stealing over a screen in the gym. And all that is under the leadership of the commission. It is the commission. Any mischief going on in the Parliament is under the control of the commission, and they are aware of whatever is happening. So, what is happening now is this gentleman going around abusing us. The day my mother produced me, I started crying that very hour I came out of her womb. And that was a signal that I'm talking. Nobody can gag Sewung or any member here. But frankly speaking, members of parliament, fellow members of parliament, someone who alleges, says that you don't know how to read, and you also accept that you don't know how to read in the public, and you come in the morning, you enter this building with a nice bag, very good lipstick, earrings, then another one is a very expensive tie, brand new vehicle. You enter, look at that gentleman, the member of parliament cannot read. You go for canteen, you take your breakfast, lunch, and you end the day like that. Dear voters, this is your role. Whenever you see us on cameras, it's you to go and nag, continue nagging those voters, those members of parliament who came in the rallies telling you, promising you earth and heaven, that I'm going to parliament, but now they are here, quiet, numb, doing nothing. We are lucky. For us, we are playing our role. This table will not go away from here because our motion has no time limit. Even if there is one member remaining and it will come up to the end of the session of this parliament, we shall be having this table here. We shall be having this table. But we shall enter those chambers and debate. We shall enter those chambers and debate. You imagine, we started this motion, remember some people were on radio saying, I have never got the money. I am waiting for it. On radio.
Yes.
Now they are saying, you don't know how to read. You passed the money. So which is which? You said I'm waiting for the money. And when we invite them for a joint debate on radio, they don't want to appear. You invite us. Ssekikubo called the commissioners, the 4 of them. Come and sit on the program on any television of Uganda, on the radio, we debate this matter. They are fearing. You invite them even on X, they run away before the program ends. So what are we saying? We are requesting you people, voters, in Masaka, in Rengo, Sembabule, Yantonde, Hoima. Your MPs come here and they start telling, we are waiting for our voters to tell us. We are waiting. Now we are telling you, we are waiting. The man comes here, you see, you know my problems. When I sign, then the speaker, you know, is a Catholic and I'm a Catholic. Catholics don't entertain theft. I have my rosary here and I can hold it here. Where did it allow me to steal? Where did this rosary allow me to steal? We must get something. This institution must be insulated. We are here for a contract of 5 years. And that contract must be handled fruitfully. But what we are seeing here, and I want to state it here, members of the press, every week you will continue getting new unfoldings. And luckily enough, you publish them. Now, Ssekikubo no,
it's true.
Even the
music system.
A music system and the screen. And they are going to respond after us. They are going to respond. So let us go out and look for these signatures. But I can assure you, it is very, very unprecedented that we have members. We used to be the first one to say, what justification do you give? That's why I told you, handle those members of parliament. Don't fear them. Thank you very much. Let him finish at once.
Okay, let him finish, then we come.
My question is one. Parliament elected or they appointed the commission. The commission is the one that must handle day-to-day affairs of the parliament. Now, if things are not going on well, whom should we ask? Whom should we ask? This is the leadership of parliament. Now, we are asking, there's some unfoldings as our colleagues have been telling you. but we need answers. How shall we get answers? And we are not getting answers on our own behalf, but on people that sent us.
Yes.
We are going there, they are actually challenging us that this parliament is a corrupt parliament. How shall we now sort out ourselves that this was in support of the act and this one is not? Why can't we allow us to have this chance to debate it?
Yes.
It is just simple. Append a signature. We are not saying this is the verdict,
Yes.
but this is a platform where we can have a debate and a decision is taken.
Yes.
What is the problem? Fellow members of parliament, I know that those who are completely innocent, and I don't know how commissioners relate with parliamentarians. Let also the commission come and give us what really the allegation is about. What is the problem with that? I think there we shall go. Then
the struggle against corruption in Parliament is still on. The struggle is on, but members of Parliament are being kept away from us. We are now calling the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, Anita Among, to step aside. The Speaker must step aside. She has done her best to keep members away from us, keeping them in recess.
Endless.
We have decided to reach the members in their constituencies. Last week, we were in Bunyoro. We covered Busoga. We requested for transport. We wrote to the Clerk of Parliament of Uganda on 25th to avail us with transport. The clerk told us to consult the Speaker. We should write to the Speaker, Anita Among. We wrote to Anita Among, the Speaker, requesting for transport. From 25th until 2nd, yesterday she claimed she had responded to the clerk. Right now, a few minutes back, I'm from meeting the clerk. And the clerk has told me the instruction the Speaker gave her is flat, that I should handle. The clerk is telling me, what can I handle? Can you imagine that? We are requesting for transport to do national duty.
Not allowances.
Not allowances. Just a parliamentary van, fuel and security. Now the clerk is telling me, get back the Speaker. I called her yesterday. Why are they fooling us? What do they want for us to do? What does Anita Among want us to do? Let us step aside. We are doing national duty, national duty. We are trying to reach the people. Now it is time for us to reach the voters, Ugandans, the taxpayers, to call their MPs to come and sign. This is the fight against corruption, which is here. We are saying sign so that this motion can be put on the order paper, so that we debate. Why are people running away from debate? The question today is Anita Among in support of our motion so that it can be debated? That Monday was stolen. If not, let us present our evidences. We debate. All we want is a debate. We don't want anything. Let the commissioners come and defend themselves. We are requesting for transport. They have refused to give us transport. Today we are going to be in Mbarara in a talk show. Today, Friday. And tomorrow we shall be in Bushenyi. We close with Western. Tell the voters, tell the taxpayers to tell their MPs to come and sign. And they are going to sign. We are crossing to West Nile. We are crossing Arua in West Nile. We are getting to Gulu in northern Uganda. We are getting to Lira for Lango sub-region. We are going to Karamoja. We close Sebei, come to Bugishu, Soroti, chapter closed. We are leaving the role now to the voters, the taxpayers, now to call their MPs. We must reach them, and we are going to reach them. Whether Amon gives us the bus or not, we shall reach the people. But let her hear our cry. We are in parliament now. Let her give us transport and fuel plus security.
But why?
We need it. Why is it not being given to us? When the other day we were in Hoima, 4 parliamentary buses were in Hoima. When for us we are using our own fuel, our own transport to do national duty. Is that fair? Is that fair? Ugandans, is that fair? Nevertheless, our struggle continues. We are going to fight. We are going to fight that this parliament is off and free corruption. It is going to happen. At any cost, we are ready. We are ready on that. Please, Anita, step aside.
I think it's the only logical thing. Honorable Museveni.
You can say. The major problem this country is facing is corruption. I see the major threat to the government of Uganda today than even road resistance army, because it is in Congo, but corruption in Uganda, it is everywhere.
Yes.
The major objective is to discuss corruption issues which is being centered around Parliament. Because even the president told us that he used to hear that there is corruption, but now he has evidence that there is corruption in the Parliament here. That's what we want. Let members append their signatures. Corruption is stealing public funds or misuse. And public funds means voters' money. Not our money, not Ssekikubo money.
No.
It is not Ssekikubo's money or Sewungu's. Not my money, but the voters who sent us here. We have a mandate, we make them pay taxes. Then we mishandle those taxes. That's corruption. That's what we want to discuss. Because members, if we can fail to table this matter, it is an evidence, it is a verdict that
Yes.
there is corruption here in the Parliament.
Yes.
It is us to exonerate ourselves. By discussing this matter, we either get the evidence or fail, and then the name of the Parliament is cleared. We are charged with the duty to ensure proper accountability. We as Parliament, how do you go to other entities to ensure accountability when there is no proper accountability in Parliament? I have been in Public Accounts Committee since I joined the Parliament, but I find my OBs and ask me, you are greeting us, but what is happening there where you are? Are you clean? Do you have clean hands? This Parliament, we are supposed to handle this matter. We are supposed to clean our face before we go to others. We join the Honorable Ssekikubo to reinforce him, to make him strong, that we are going to go around this country, to request the Ugandans to join us, to tell members to append their signatures, because they are in charge of their members. If your member has not signed, are you okay that side? According to our IGG's report, we lose 10 trillion every year. But if I can get only 500 million, only a half a trillion, that is 500 billion, you give to Mpuuga district, I can get all roads constructed, I can get all city schools, I can get all health centers in the press, only half a trillion, but we lose 10 trillion every year. That is not our money, it is voters' money, who are supposed to get services in return of paying the taxes. We are fighting for the voters. You should come out also to assist us on the members of Parliament who are not willing to append their signatures, so that we can discuss this matter, that proper accountability is ensured in Parliament, so that also we can be example to others, like local governments, like other entities and agencies of the government, where we are supposed to make the oversight role. I thank you.
Uganda.
Thank you.